There, it's me. I wanted to share I just want to have another wee conversation to you about um, developing mindfulness and mindful awareness in your everyday life. The thing that I was reflecting on the other day was that how often we try and find the solutions to our stuck or our stress story or our feelings of anxiety or depression. We kind of look for those solutions outside of ourselves. I wanted to tell you a wee story about many years ago when I was first diagnosed with an illness that I went through all these different cycles. At first, I had this illness and I took the pharmaceuticals and the medication that I needed, but it wasn't really doing anything for me. So I quit that. And then I went to, I actually did, during this time, I did so many different things. I went to homeopathy, to acupuncture, to naturopath, to mainstream medicine. And basically, while I was doing that, I was still doing my usual pattern of overworking, extremely overworking, and not really giving up. So basically what I was doing was saying, I know I have an issue. I know I have a stress out story, that I'm a bit of a type A personality that really, really drives myself really hard. So therefore, here's my issues. You fix it, and I'm going to keep going the way I have been for the last couple of years. Well, pretty much all of my adult life, really. And it wasn't until I actually realized that that wasn't really helping. It was, my body was getting worse, and it was almost like my own guidance or my own stress story was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it was going to become a volcanic eruption until I decided to do something. And so that is why I work so much with mindfulness, because the truth is that our bodies, these physical vessels, are very, very intelligent entities, and we don't listen to them. When we get stuck in our head saying, get up and do this, and the work, and into all the stress, and buying into the stories, other people's stories, like, really, why do we work this hard? When we really just stop, take a breath, and even, you can even just sort of, if let's say you've got tension in your neck and shoulders, if you just stopped and just really kind of got into a meditative space, close your eyes, go sit outside, go listen to the birds and the trees, and just really focus on what's here for me. What is this message? What is this trying to tell me? Coming from a perspective of it's for your highest good. And then just see, is there a visual? Do you get pictures? Do you get an inner knowing? Do you hear some words or something? And just jot them down. I really encourage you to as you go through this, and drop into being more mindfully aware of what's going on inside and outside, because the truth is what's going on outside is a reflection of what's going on inside. So if you want something different externally, it's time to sit and do the inner work. That's why mindfulness and being really present with your own self and your own process, what's your reactions, owning them and doing something. So in my story that I'm sharing with you is that I did overcome what I was going through simply by taking complete ownership and realizing that the reason my body was getting so tired and so much pain, unbelievable pain, was because I wasn't giving it the nourishment and the nurturing that it needed. And so now I still do work hard, because that's the other key piece here too. I think that it's really important is that we all do have our own patterns. So this is a key part too, is that you need to understand, what is your pattern. Are you a procrastinator? Are you an overworker? Are you someone who thrives on stress? If those are your patterns, it's okay. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I'm very much into saying you have to accept. Just accept what is. But then if you want something different, you do it from a place of unconditionally loving yourself and knowing, I can change this. If it's for your highest good, you can change this. And so that's why I'm saying, really listen to the intelligence of your body. If you have a headache, have you been allowing yourself to think toxic thoughts? If you have neck and shoulder pain, are you trying to take on the weight of the world on your shoulders? If you've got low back pain, are you scared about security and money? If you've got pains in your legs, are you stressed out or fearful about what it is that you're working towards, or you're not wanting to take the next steps? These are all pieces that this is just scratching the surface, but I'm trying to invite you into a place of just communing with your body. Your body really has other things to say to you other than just being this slab of meat. Another big one, and this is one that comes up a lot for me, is throat. I know a lot of people have throat issues. So the throat issues, if you've got a sore throat or achy neck, because that's the back of the throat, right? What's the story you're telling yourself? Or what's the story you are or are not telling somebody else? So really watch what's the inner dialogue, what's the outer dialogue, because sore throats are often an indicator that you need to pay attention to something like that. And one other thing that I wanted to that just popped into my mind while I'm telling you this, before I wrap this wee talk up, is that this area here, it's halfway between your heart and your throat, right here, is called the high heart area. But I actually also call it the seat of judgment, because it's where your heart's desire can get stuck before being expressed or voiced to the world. So oftentimes I've noticed that a lot of people have congestion or pain or stress in this area. So if you're feeling stressed or you're scared of launching yourself into a new project, or you'd like to do something and you're just not quite sure, I encourage you to just gently tap in this area. Try it. It may or may not work for you, but it's very comforting, and above all, keeps you in this present moment. And that's what this is all about. Stay in this present moment, and you'll find out that you have you have the tools, you have the resources, you have the capacity and the capability, oftentimes way more than you really think you do, because part of you's gone into the past and the other part's gone into the future. You know, every time I tried this in the past, it failed, or what if I don't know what I'm doing? And you can like look at envisaging failure in the future. Be here. Just be here. So anything that tapping like this, or just tapping your fingers, tapping your fingers and being very physically aware of your body in this space and time is really beneficial to help you stay mindfully in this present moment. I hope this helps, and I look forward to hearing from you. Let me know if I can be of any other help.